our today topic is the Legendre transformation. Okay, Legendre transformation क्या है? Legendre, what is the Legendre transformation? Legendre transformation is the transformation in which if any function is two variable, two independent variable. Let's suppose that variables are alpha and beta, and one variable is unrequired. Such kind of transformation in which one variable is creating the problem for you. Okay, so you want to transform it into the new variable, that is the conjugate variable. Okay, that is not arbitrary. You can't, if you don't need alpha, it will be not converted any arbitrary variable, but it will be converted into the conjugate variable. Okay, so Legendre transformation में इतनी भी आज़ादी नहीं है, ठीक है? ये नहीं है कि आप, if you are not interested to alpha, then you convert it into the any, you have a freedom to choose any other variable. No, that is not arbitrary. That must be a conjugate variable. Okay, conjugate variable means Legendre transformation. When you apply the Legendre transformation, the new function after transformation, the new function will be function of, for example, if alpha is unrequired, okay, one variable from two variables, one variable will be unrequired. Okay, they will be converted into the partial derivative of old function with respect to unrequired variable. Okay, so that will be converted into this variable. That will be conjugate. If alpha is not required, then partial f over partial alpha. Okay, and beta will remain the same. And in this case, this g will be independent if the variable is not changing with the passage of time or the passage of the space. If the position is remain the same all the time, then that mean that variable treated as a constant, that will be not changing. Okay, so this g will be independent, means that g will be not changing with respect to alpha. That will be independent from the alpha. Okay, alpha value will be remain the constant. Okay, this function will be not changed with respect to alpha, but change with respect to partial f over partial. If you say that is gamma, that is changing with that arbitrary choice of gamma is not possible. Okay, only the choice is partial f over partial alpha. So this alpha will be converted into this. Okay, or this is also if the beta is unrequired. Okay, now that may be it is also possible from any variable. Maybe alpha is unrequired, maybe a beta is unrequired. Okay, if beta is unrequired, then this g will be function of alpha and partial f over partial beta, and beta will be remain the constant. Such kind of transformation in which the one variable become the new function become independent from the one variable, that transformation will be defined as a Legendre transformation. Okay, so this transformation is defined as a Legendre transformation. Okay, that is simple. These are some theorem or exercise. If you say that this Legendre transformation is if f, here condition is alpha must be independent. Okay, they are independent. They are two different variables. If they are depending, then they become a one variable. Okay, okay. So this will be a Legendre transformation. Okay, now verify that f alpha beta transform to g alpha Okay, now we have to verify that this transformation, this expression is the expression for the Legendre transformation. Okay. Mean after transformation, when we apply this transformation, if we apply this formula, then this formula will be independent from alpha variable. Okay. If this variable is independent from the alpha variable but changing with respect to partial f over partial alpha and beta, then this will be defined as a Legendre transformation. Okay. If that is depending upon the alpha, it is looking like it will be depending upon the alpha. But we will prove that that will be independent from the alpha. If that is independent from the alpha, then it means independent from the alpha and depending upon this variable, then this transformation will be defined as a Legendre transformation. But if it is not independent, if it is depending upon the alpha, then it means that is not a Legendre transformation. Okay. Now we will check is it the Legendre transformation or not. Okay. So proof कह दो और solution कह लो, whatever you are interested. Okay, you may say that that is proof, you may say that that is a solution. Okay, so I don't know what you will prefer. Okay, so if G is we have to find that G is alpha beta minus partial f over partial alpha d alpha. How we may check any function is depending upon the variables are not variable, or what kind of the variables they are depending. What is the method to check that? Taking derivative. Yes, the only method is by taking the derivative. Okay, why? The next question is why we are studying these transformations. Why, where it will be used in the quantum mechanics and classical mechanics. Okay, actually. We know that the velocity, I have already explained in many times. Velocity, the Lagrangian depend upon the position and velocity. Okay, velocity means the time derivative of parameters. Okay, total time derivative. Okay, so but velocity we may make a velocity may be easily make a Lorentz invariant, means relativistically. Okay, for relativistic mechanics you must make a Lorentz invariant. Okay, so velocities are easily made easily convert into the Lorentz invariant quantities. Okay, but to convert momentum is a difficult task. Okay, so firstly we have to get the Lagrangian may make a easily Lorentz invariant. Okay, then for quantization velocity can't, we know that to quantize the velocity for any dynamical variable is a very difficult task. In some cases that is impossible to quantize. Okay, velocity can't be quantized. Some velocities can't, only quadratic velocity can be quantized by using the path integral formalism, in which we integrate infinite time. Okay, but infinite time integration is, as you know, that it is a very difficult task. Usually student can't perform the integration of 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So infinite time is a very difficult task. Okay, and that and only the quadratic velocity will by using the path integral you can quantize only the quadratic velocity. So generally it is not possible for every type of the velocities. But for if you are a scientist and you want to develop generalized dynamics, as we are all are interested in a generalized dynamic, then this constraint is not good for us. Yes, okay, there is a restriction that we can only quantize the quadratic because velocity may not quadratic. So for general dynamics, we have to think with broader sense. Okay, so velocity. So the best way is that firstly define the Lagrangian by using the action principle, okay, and then by applying the Legendre transformation, convert it into this velocity into the momentum. Okay, that's why we are using this transformation. Okay, so by this transformation, what will be the d alpha? You know that I have already explained. D alpha will be partial f over partial alpha d alpha plus partial f over partial beta d beta. Yes, I have already proved. Okay. So as I have the change in f will be partial f over partial alpha d alpha plus partial f over partial beta d beta. Okay. So according to this, the partial f over partial alpha partial f over partial alpha d alpha plus partial f over partial beta d beta. Okay, this this equal to this. Okay, okay, minus the partial f over partial alpha. The derivative is applying on a two variable, this and this. So the product formula will be applied. Okay. So this dg will be equal to partial f over partial alpha d alpha plus partial f over partial beta d beta minus the derivative of first as it d alpha, derivative of second, plus second as it. Okay. Okay. This will be these are the same, so that will be cancelled out, and the result is partial f over partial beta d beta minus d partial f over partial alpha okay. This is dg. Okay, got it. So the change is due to two variables. Okay, what are that two variables? The change are occurring due to these two variables. Okay. Yes. It means if the change is occurring due to these two variables, that can be also write in the form of this minus alpha. Okay. That can be write in the form of this. Since these change are occurring due to these two variables, so it means the g is, this implies that g is function of, this implies that due to these two variables. Okay. G is function of, g is function of partial f over partial alpha, okay, and beta. Yes, you are right. Okay, that is the function of two variables, and that was our claim. Okay, and that is independent. That is not changing with respect to. That is not changing with respect to alpha. So that means that is function of beta and this. Okay. Okay, if this is function, so according to as we have already, so dg will be partial g over partial f over partial alpha. Okay, this is a one variable. Okay. This. Okay, minus plus partial f over partial beta d beta. Oh, sorry, G. Yes, you are right. Because changing with respect to G. So this G will be because okay. So this G dG will be equal to this. Okay. No. This is equal to this. If this is X and this is Y. Let me do it till then way. Okay. 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 These are by comparing the coefficient with this. Okay. Okay. The coefficient comparing the coefficient of the partial f over partial alpha, comparing the coefficient. Okay. And the beta. There are two variables, this and this. Okay, when we compare the coefficient of these two, okay, you will get partial. What you will get? And the coefficient of this. Okay, this will be. So this will be equal to this. Okay, so partial so partial G will be partial G over minus alpha. Okay. And this partial f over partial alpha will be equal to partial G over. So you will get these two equations. Okay. These will be required in that. Got it? Since F and G both have this change the with respect to beta same way. Okay? So that must be a same. So that's are the same. Okay. Partial F over partial beta is exactly equal to partial G over partial beta. G is changing with respect to beta same as whole function is changing with respect to beta. Partial F or partial G over partial beta is same as partial F. And but with respect to that will be a negative of alpha. Okay. When if you say that this is gamma, mean if it is looking like a difficult, you may write it is equal to gamma or any other variable. Okay. And then this change partial G over partial gamma will be equal to minus alpha. So this proved that this transformation, this assumption was a true. That new function will be function of this. Okay. This and this. Okay. And we have proved that hence this transformation, a given transformation is Legendre transformation. There are many examples I have already explained. As in thermodynamics, you change the pressure into volume and volume into the pressure, and there are many other examples. Okay, so these transformation. So in classical mechanics or in quantum mechanics, these transformation used to convert the Lagrangian into Hamiltonian. Okay, because as I have already explained, the quantization of the velocity is approximately. You may say that is impossible because only the quadratic velocity may be quantized by using the path integral formalism, that is itself that is a very complicated. Okay, but canonical quantization are but generally velocity can't be quantized, so we have to convert it to the momentum. Okay, so we use the transformation. Okay. Actually, we are interested to find these expressions too. You are right. Here we have proved that this that. Okay. Yes, you are right. Okay. So. Similarly, we may prove that similarly we may prove that, may verify that if we are interested to G, okay, G alpha partial f over partial beta. If we are changing if the second variable is unrequired, okay, then this will be equal to, we conventionally use that minus f alpha beta minus partial f over partial alpha. Oh, sorry, we are converting beta. Okay, actually. Beta unrequired. If the beta is unrequired, okay, then this will be equal to partial beta and beta. Okay. In the case of L, instead of alpha, beta is unrequired, so then this will be a result. Okay, and you may say that and this will be independent from. This is also a Legendre transformation. If beta is unwanted variable. If beta is unwanted variable, okay. Unrequired is I don't think the proper word. Unwanted, okay. And that was the previous case was if the alpha is unwanted. In this case is about if the beta is unwanted, okay. So if we apply this transformation on these Legendre transformation on Lagrangian, in classical mechanics, actually Q dot is not required. Okay. Yeah, so if we apply this transformation on Lagrangian, then what will be happen? L will be function of Q and Q dot. Okay, we know that. Okay, if we apply the Legendre transformation, then this will be converted into new function. Let's give the name that is H. Okay, and that will be function of now this if Q dot is non-required, because velocity is non-required. Okay, unwanted. Sorry. So this new function must be a function of this. Okay. Okay, and this will be equal to partial L over partial Q Q dot is unrequired. No, oh, sorry. Firstly, function. Okay, yes. Partial L over partial Q dot. Okay. Partial L over Q dot beta, multiply the beta, and that will be Q dot minus the old function. Yes. Q dot. Okay. And from for Lorentz transformation, okay, for 4 vectors, that will be covariant. The column must be contracted. Okay. Lagrangian scalar quantity, that's why there will be a no indices. But partial L, the velocities and the positions parameters or parameters will be transformed as a vector. I have already explained in many times. So this way there will be, and K mean there is a summation. Okay. Yes. So this will be the result. Okay. And this L, the next exercise is what is actually partial L over partial Q dot? What is that? Yes. Have we already done this exercise or not? Are you sure? In 4 vectors. Have we ever done? In the 4 vector R? No? Okay. Firstly, we define the conventional definition. Okay. Actually, this Lagrangian we will take as kinetic energy minus potential energy. Okay. Okay. And this Lagrangian, this kinetic energy is 1/2. No. What was that? Yes, you may write as a P square. But I think I have, what was I have right in the definition of 4 vector where in the previous lecture 4 vector that was a function of R, and that was a change in kinetic energy, that is Q dot alpha. Okay. That was, we have already proved. Okay. This was the kinetic energy. The change in kinetic energy is equal to this. In the reference is the lecture on getting the Euler-Lagrangian equation from the generalized coordinate, 4 vector generalized coordinate. Okay. The reference is lecture on transformation, lecture on getting Euler-Lagrangian equation from 4 vector generalized coordinate. We have verified, we have proved this result from. Okay. So when we, okay, so the change in kinetic energy, okay, so here was the R dot, okay, yes, sorry, that is R dot, okay, but kinetic energy is, and this is free, since kinetic energy is scalar, is that, and this is free. So if they are and this is free under transformation, they will remain the invariant. Mean the kinetic energy R will be equal to kinetic energy R dot, that was R dot, function of R dot. That will be the function of Q dot. Under transformation, they will be remain the same. Why they will remain the same? Because that is the scalar coordinate. And when we apply the transformation, they will be not changed. Okay. So under this transformation, this kinetic energy. So when we apply, so this transformation, this so due to this reason, okay, due to this reason, the change in kinetic energy, that will be partial. Now P is the momentum conjugate. Okay, so that will be this. Okay, due to this, because kinetic energy is and this is free, and that will be invariant under transformation, so that will be remain the same. So when we apply when we take derivative, okay, so this is equal to this, and I have already explained that will be the 1 by 2 will be converted onto this, and this will be if alpha use, I must use the beta, okay, Q dot. Why this is equal to this Y product? I have applied the product formula, and I have proved this result from this in this lecture. Okay. So if you are interested how I find this result, you may watch this lecture. Okay. So what will be the result? So it means the change in kinetic energy, and that will be converted into the Q dot. Okay. So this change in kinetic energy, Q dot and Q dot B, and that is what is that? The derivative of x with respect to x is 1, and derivative of x with respect to y, that will be a 0. Mean if alpha and beta is the same, okay, then that will be a 1, and if that are different, then that will be a 0. So oh sorry, here alpha must be, so column must be contract with the row. So okay, so this will be a result. Okay. And when we apply this alpha is contracting with this, so this will be equal to P beta. ओके, गॉट है। अच्छा ये देखना यहाँ तक आ रहा है, ओके, इससे आगे तो नहीं आता, ओके। अच्छा, दिस इज रिक्वायर्ड। सो kinetic energy, when we take the kinetic energy, this will be result, ठीक है। If I consider the potential energy phi conservative force, and if we consider the that is the function of now consider phi potential energy, okay, is the function of q, okay, and change in this phi over q dot beta, okay, what will be the result when we take derivative with respect to beta? Partial phi q, I have already explained, that will be a q alpha, because it must be a different than this variable, okay, and this q alpha over partial q dot beta. Okay, and we have in the old definition that we have taken that is equal to 0, that is 0, and we multiply 0 with any variable, the result will be a 0. Okay, okay, this is 2 and this is 1. Okay, and this is 2. Okay, by putting this 1 and 2 in if I say that I tested to this in x, okay, 1 and 2, I have put this 1 and 2 in x, then this L over partial q dot k will be, yes, that is wrong. If this is a beta, then this will be a beta. Okay, now I have taken the Lagrangian as a, okay, or if I am taking the partial L over partial q dot k, friend, this is change, if I change and this is in all terms and even resulted, then that will be true. Okay, so I may change, that will be, okay, so this will be the your required result. Okay, got it? Okay, so by doing all these exercise, okay, so putting this value into this equation, okay, this, it means this momentum is defined as, yes, what is the definition? This momentum is defined as conjugate momentum of variable of parameter, not you, of variable. Which variable? qk. Even we are taking the derivative with this dot, that will be defined as the conjugate momentum of the q, or not qk. Is it true? No, it is wrong. Why? What is the mistake here? What is the error here? If q is contravariant, okay, rho, this will be converted into the momentum is conjugate, partial derivative. If it is contravariant, then it will be a covariant. It is row element, and this will be a column. Here, row indices, here will be a column. And this will, if this is contravariant, this will be covariant. If this is covariant, this will be a contravariant. Okay, you must be careful about that. That is a very important point. Maybe mostly don't know about, not aware about that. What is the main difference? You will be aware about that. If you are considering the q k, okay, contravariant, its conjugate p will be this, okay, and that will be equal to partial L over partial q k dot. Okay, and if you are considering the, usually we take it as a contravariant and we take it as a covariant. If we consider that this is covariant, then conjugate momentum will be contravariant and partial L over partial. Okay, got the result? Okay, so this will be changed. And if there is a qk column indices, all this will be transformed. Then if it is column, this will be a row. Okay, this will be changed into the partial. In this way. Okay. Similarly, Okay. If the denominator is covariant, then the result will be contravariant. So same thing. Okay. So these are the important result to remember. Okay. So what was that? That is equal to P K. Yes. Okay. Putting this here. Okay. So H will become Q partial L over partial Q dot. That will be equal to partial L over partial Q dot K. No, sorry, that will become P dot K Q dot K minus L Q and Q dot. Okay. So this will be equal to this, and this when we are interested to find this change in this Hamiltonian, then that will be the product formula will be applied here. Okay, so the derivative of first, second as it, plus first as it, the derivative of second, okay, and minus partial L over partial, as I have already explained, partial Q dQ minus partial L over partial Q dot and dQ dot. Okay, so we'll yeah, okay, it's up to you if you are because according to rule the dummy indices may be different in each term. Okay, so it's up to you. If you are interested to use the same indices, you may use. If you are not interested to use the same indices, you may be use the different. For example, I am interested to replace it. Okay, for example, here I am using the K. I am interested to use the L. Okay. Here I am interested to use M. Okay. Here N. No, sorry. M N N. Okay. Covariant control. Why I am using the, because that must be a covariant. So that's why all P's will be a covariant. If your coordinate are contravariant. Okay. If you take the coordinate as a covariant, then the momentum will be a contravariant. Okay. So usually I take the position as a contravariant and momentum as a covariant. Okay. So all momentum must be a, you must be keeping in mind, all momentum must be, if your variable contravariant, then all conjugate momentum must be a covariant. Okay, so it is very important to note. You must note it, even if it is not written on this. Okay, so okay, what is this? What is this? This is momentum, P N. Yes, and we know that this is not looking cancel, but LL and NN are yes. फिर सब नहीं लाना बताना क्या है ना dummy indices, so they may be a change. So even they are different, they will be treated as the same because they have a dummy indices. They are indices free. But if they are free indices, then they will not same. Because N and N and L are dummy indices, so they may be cancelled out with each other. Because these are the indices free quantity, scalar quantity. But if there is a free indices, then they will be not cancelled. Okay. Okay. So since both green terms are scalar, is that this is free. You must be always you must mention the reason. Okay, that is very important in this paper. Okay, so these are the same. So they may be considered. Why they may be? Because green terms are a scalar. Okay, so these two greens are and this is free, and that's why, and they are the same. Okay, so that's why they may be a cancel. Okay, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. But 2 minus 3 is not equal to 0. Always remember, if the free indices are different, even they are of the same term, looking like the same. If the indices are different, then they will be. Free indices are different, then they will not cancel. Okay. So you will get the result, the DH, that will be equal to dpk q dot k minus partial L over partial q dot m du q m. So this is the result. Okay. And from here we have what we have proved. The H is changing with respect to P and Q. So if I say that this is equation X, okay. So equation X is telling about that what is X is explaining. X is telling that equation X is implying that H is function of changing with respect to H is changing with respect to, yes, P and Q. Actually, Q is first function. That's why I start by Q and okay. And I may write in this way. Okay. Okay. Exercise. Actually, exercise. What is the partial L over partial Q dot? No question is what is the partial L over partial L over partial. Yes, what is that? Yes. From Euler-Lagrangian equation. Okay. If I am using M, and these are the para. Our lectures is about the holonomic constant up till yet, but our advanced classical mechanics is about the general dynamics. Okay, general dynamics mean there must be include the semi-holonomic constraint. But you may ask the question why I am not including, because from simplification we will move forward to the complications. Okay, complicated task. Okay, so firstly I am doing all these things are very simplified things that is defined as holonomic constant. Eh? That is simple. Okay. Now after then we will move forward toward the complicated problem. Okay. That is treated like an undergraduate level. Yes. Yeah. That you have done all these in the undergraduate level course. Okay. So that's why that is Euler-Lagrangian. So you don't be confused. You may ask, you may have objection or reservation why I'm using the Euler-Lagrangian. The period of the Euler-Lagrangian has been gone, but actually, firstly, we are interested in at the question of the exercise related to the DS undergraduate, and then we will move to the advanced. Okay. So this will be equal to, and so the partial, then when it moved here, then partial L over partial QM, that will be the total virtual. This, what is this? Partial LM or partial Q dot? We have proved that. What is that? P, yes. That is P covariant P, and that will be the dot. Okay, so this is equal to P dot. This is also okay. So now this exercise become, we put this value here, okay. If I put this value here, okay. Okay. So then this become minus PM dot. Okay. I put this value here. Okay. Got it? No, this is not dot. I have this and this is equal to this. Not dot. Partial L over partial Q, not dot. This is Q. Partial L over Q dot is momentum, and partial L over partial Q is derivative. Okay, that is the difference. So what I should do, I think this part of board is very small, so I think much of this. Okay, I must write this exercise here because we have to summarize all the results. Partial L over partial Q M is equal to P dot M. We have these are the results we have proved. 1, 2, okay. 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 So H is the function of as we have proved that H is function of Q and P. Okay. So DH will be what will be the DH? Partial H over partial Q alpha or M, okay, dq M plus partial H over partial P. Okay, here I think now I have written, so that's why D Q N. Okay, so this is the question. This is the question why. Okay. Okay. Indices don't matter in all terms. In even equation x and even in equation, all terms are a scalar. All terms in equation x and y are scalar. Is that this is free? Therefore, by comparing the coefficient of, yes, here was a dpn, yes? Coefficient of what's happening? 1 minute. Pn contravariant. Here's some problem, okay? Partial H over partial Pn, this will be contract with the Pn, okay? This is covariant, this is contravariant. Here change is covariant. So dPn okay, dPn, sorry, I have to compare the coefficient dPn, not, okay, and dQn, yes. So if I write that, okay, yes, you understand. So it means I have to convert this. This will be equal to partial H. I have to convert this equation. Okay, partial H over partial P n. This is equal to this dP covariant contravariant. No. Even no. This will be dPn, okay? dPn, okay? If I am changing to K, then this partial L over partial P K, dismissed. Covenant, what is happening? Okay, yes. Because here is dpk. One thing, it must be a left. This is left. This is a left. Why? The column must be at left. Mathematics tells you itself tells that what are you doing, what are the mistakes you are doing. If you know the concept, it will correct itself. Okay. But if you don't know the concept, then everything will be wrong. Okay. Why it must be here? Because column must become at left. And if this is because here I am using the covariant, so that's why I am using the covariant. This is column, this must be a column. Okay. If this is a column, this partial L will be a contravariant, so this P will be a covariant. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now we can compare the coefficient. Okay. So this will. ये लेफ्ट पे भी है, लेफ्ट पे एंड ओके. So by comparing the coefficient, what will be the result by comparing the coefficient? Yes, Pn, Pk, that mean Pk with partial H over partial, sorry, ठीक है, partial H over partial H over K, that will be equal to Q dot. This is covalent. It will do. This is contravalent because P is covalent. This will be contravalent. This is around this is here will be a result is doing exactly the same. That is Q dot K. You don't need to use it to rata. Okay? Mathematics do correction itself. Okay? If there is if row is converting into the column or column is converting into row, then you must understand that your marks are going toward the traveling toward the zero marks. Okay, so that's the main reason why result always comes a shocking result, because sometimes you say that you get the correct result, but the marks are a zero. That's the main reason. Okay, so that's you must understand what is going on there. Okay. Okay, and similarly, when we compare the coefficient dq and dqm, okay, that will be partial H over partial Q dot m, that will be minus P dot. So these will be the result. Okay. So these are the Hamiltonian equations. These are the Hamilton equation. These are defined as Hamilton equation for simple BS level classical. Simple. ठीक है. Classical mechanics Hamilton equations. Now, what will be the results for the your mechanics? Okay, so mechanics of the general dynamics. That is the result for the simple classical. Okay. Okay. Next exercise. Hamilton equation for general dynamics things. No question is what will be happen for that. Okay. So in last time we was discussing that your Q and Q dot function that was equal to L Q and Q dot plus Cm function of T hello. And under this Legendre transformation, your Hamiltonian is new Hamiltonian will be, that is the function of Q and P conjugate momentum, as I have already explained under Legendre transformation. This will be converted into the, this will be the new Hamiltonian, okay. And this will be the function of old Hamiltonian, that is defined here. Okay. Plus, now the function will be changed. Okay. So for example, you say that UMT phi m q and p. Now, if this is phi, what I should say, if that is phi, what I have to write? Okay, I say that is, no, it is, because it is converted. Okay, no, this will be not a. This will be fine. Okay. Okay, so this will be the new Hamiltonian. Okay, and this dH will be equal to, okay, partial H over partial Q dq. Firstly, I write in the simple way, then I will be, okay. I will put in this. Firstly, I write without indices, then I will put indices. So to avoid some mistakes or typing errors, okay. Partial H over partial P dP minus UM is the constant, we are plus okay. So M N oh. This U. This is U, okay. MN L K okay. Okay. This this will be equal to this, okay. And from Legendre transformation we have proved this. Okay. Okay. Or we may say that this is plus minus. We have from Legendre transformation we have proved this. Okay. 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 Here P is the row element and contravariant dP. Okay. And here P is the covariant. Yes. So it means we have to change this equation for comparing the coefficient. We have to change this equation as I have already done in the previous lecture. Okay. So dH star will become Q and Q is the same. Okay. This result is same, but dH this Q and this will be same. Okay, so this will become a partial H over partial QM, okay, plus UM partial QL dQm. May I write in this way? Because these are the dummy variable, so I can, because NN is a dummy variable, oh sorry, MM and LL are a dummy variable, so this LL may be replaced with the M, okay. So this will be equal to this, plus the trick is here, okay. The problem is here, okay. So what is the problem? Because we want to compare the coefficient, and for comparing the coefficient, dp momentum is a covariant, and I have already stated we will try to use position component as a contravariant and momentum as a covariant, okay. So when we convert it into the covariant and the column indices, that will be dPn. Here is a P dot. Okay. 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 Good. Thanks. Thanks for question. dP. Okay. This dP will be converted here. Okay. Shift to left because here is a row element. Okay. We have to convert. Usually we try to, we will take the momentum as a row, oh sorry, column indices. Okay, we will use the momentum as a column indices, and we will use as a covariant, and position variable as a contravariant, as a column matrix, means row element we will use. Okay, so this will be P partial H over partial P N. Okay, plus UMT. This P will be also converted here, dPn, and this will be partial psi over partial P. Okay, got it? Or you are interested to write it in the form of K, you may replace this indices with the K, because these are the dummy indices. Okay, because here I have used the K, that's why. Okay, got it? Here momentums are using as a change in momentum as a contravariant. Okay, but for comparing the coefficient, momentum is here using as a sorry. Sorry. Yes. Go ahead. Okay. And this must be a place, I think. Okay, sorry, that was wrong. Okay. Here dP is using as a contravariant. Here dP is using as a covariant. Here dP is using as a column matrix, mean row element. Okay. Here is using as a matrices is a row. That is opposite. When you are using the row indices, that will be a column matrix. When you are using the column matrix, column indices, then it means the row. So here is a column indices, but this is a row matrix. Okay, and here is a row indices, but this is a column matrix. So when you convert it into the because you are interested to compare the coefficient. Because these are the and this is free, there is only dummy indices, so you may convert it. Okay, so if you are interested to convert it into the column, Okay, this will be column. Okay, this will, and column must be coming at left side. So this will be shifted into the left side. So that will become at left side. Okay, and this contravariant will be converted into the covariant. If this is the contravariant converts covariant, then this must be converted into. If this become a covariant, this must be converted as contravariant. Means in dominator that must be a contravariant. Okay. If this covariant, sorry. Okay. So this become a contravariant. This term is a contravariant and this term is a covariant. This is column. This is a column and this is a row indices. Okay. So this is a row matrix. This is a column matrix. This has a column indices. This has a row indices. Okay. So if I say this is the equation, if this is equation x and this is equation y, okay? Then we by comparing the coefficient, now we can compare the coefficient dpk and dqk, ठीक है? dpk के कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? this dpk ये आ जाए, ठीक है? और dqk के कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? dqk, यस, dq के कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? dq के कोएफिशिएंट है green with the green. Okay, this is the coefficient in the green. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry, not this. Okay, this will be equal to green with the green. This, okay. Blue with the blue, not XY. I was wrong. This I have drawn. Okay, I have written this. This is X. Yes, this is equation X, and this is equation Y. So we have compared the coefficient of this. Okay, green with the green and blue with blue. Okay. So what you will get? What is the green? Green result is blue. What is the blue result? That is this. Okay. Okay. So what is the blue? Blue is Q dot K is equal to Q dot K is equal to blue with the blue. Yes, blue with this blue is equal to partial H over partial PK plus UMT partial psi. Here is M, I think so. That is mistake. Okay, here is M. Okay. I must, because this is summation. Okay, psi m over, okay, p pk. One result is this. Okay, okay, And what will be the second result? Green with the green. P dot K. What is that? Okay. Partial H over partial. If I am using the M, then I must mention the M. Partial Q M with minus sign, because that is the negative, minus U M T partial. Here is M. Okay. So here is M. Okay. So covariant, covariant, contravariant. Okay. So mathematics will go. There is no mistake in calculation. These are the two results. Okay? So you may say that this is Z1 and this is Z2. So you got these two results. Okay. Simple, I think. Okay, these are the Hamilton equations. These are also defined as, that was the Hamilton equation for undergraduate level. So these are the Hamilton equation for the UL level. So that is defined as the Hamilton equation for the general dynamical of the constraint system. These Z1 and Z2 are the Z1 and Z2 are the Hamilton equation for dynamical of general dynamics of the constraint system. Of constraint system. Constraints are okay. So these are the actual equations. Okay. So these are the actual equations related to your course. Okay. These are defined as Hamilton equations. Okay. Now question is okay. Equation of motion in general dynamics. Next, equation of motion for dynamical law or variable of related to dynamics of equation motion for dynamical variable related to dynamics of related to general dynamics of constraints. Okay. So let's suppose alpha is any general dynamics variable, okay, physical quantity. The general dynamical variable means physical variables, mean physical quantities. Okay. Let's suppose alpha is any dynamical variable which is function of q and t, position and momentum, corresponding momentum. Okay, position variable q and corresponding momentum p. Okay, if they are variable of two variables, okay, then what will be alpha? Alpha will be q and p. Function of alpha will be q and p. The dynamical way how we may find the revolutions or change with the with passage of time by taking the derivative with respect to time. Okay, so alpha dot will be equal to, what is the value of alpha dot? Yes, partial alpha over partial q, no, partial alpha over partial q, dq over dt plus partial alpha over partial p dp over dt. Yes, you are true that alpha dot mean d alpha over dt. Yes, you are right. Okay, this is good. Okay, that will be equal to this. Okay, but I have to put the indices too. Okay, firstly I write without indices for simplification. Okay, that will be m, that will be n, that will be n. Oh, sorry, n. Okay, this will be partial alpha over partial q dot. This is q dot m. Okay, and what is this? And this is, sorry, if this is n, this is n is contracting with the n, m is contracting with n. Okay, so this will be equal to this. Simple. Putting value from z1 and z2. Okay, putting values of from Hamilton equation, from Hamilton equation, z1 and z2, what you will have? Then alpha dot will be equal to what is the qm dot? That is qm, that will be partial h over partial, I have to use the m. Okay, that will be p pm plus umt partial im q dot t. partial alpha or partial q m dot p n p derivative t. Where? This is p. Okay. Every state will be function of position or velocity or function of position and moment. Okay. If you are interested to what is going on there, if you are interested, it is not looking. Mostly student will be. I know that mostly student will be not interested. My lecture on the states in quantum mechanics, because that lecture that will be very helpful if you are interested. Okay. So the states, how the states define in the quantum mechanics and classical mechanics. Okay. That is related to classical mechanics as well as to the quantum mechanics. So that is a very good lecture. Okay. If you are interested, I will be shared. Okay. On your group. Okay. So, but I think exams are very near. So maybe mostly. But I think you have a 2 weeks. Okay. So if you are interested, I think I suggest you. I will recommend you that you must watch that. Okay. The q dot will be that partial pm. Oh, sorry. The problem is that I'm mixing the indices. Yes, because I have used this m indices here. Okay, so I think I must use the k. Yes, because m I have already used the m. Okay, so if I this k. Okay, so then this will be a k. Okay. Okay, because um have already used. M is, I have no problem with the m, but m has already used. Okay, so these are the false indices, they are not transforming. Okay, this is only the simple. These are the tensor indices. Okay, pk. Okay, I think I have used that is simple. So you have not to change the indices. Okay. Okay, and plus or minus k this. Okay, so plus alpha over p dot n and okay. If you are interested to change it with m because there is use the m. No, m. I am not interested to use the m. Okay. Yeah, that's the I must change here. N because m are already used. Okay. I must avoid to write the m. Okay. But I think I should use not k and l. L is the more better than everything because. And may be confused with the m. Okay, it look like the same. That's why. Okay, so नहीं वो ठीक है. ये तो इंडिसेस आप कभी भी चेंज कर सकते हैं. आपको कहीं भी चेंज करने की जरूरत नहीं. डमी इंडिसेस की मौज ही है. ठीक है. वैसे तो फ्री इंडिसेस की भी तो मौज यही है कि आप जो है वो एक जैसा हर रो में चेंज कर ले. लेकिन डमी इंडिसेस तो किसी भी रो में चेंज. ठीक है. आपको कहीं कुछ चेंज करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. यहाँ क्या आ जाएगा आपके पास L, अगर हम L यूज करें. ठीक है, L आ जाएगा. सो दिस विल बी रिप्लेस विद द L. सो ये भी रिप्लेस हो जाएगा. मतलब अगर आपको समझने में मुश्किल लग रही है तो ये कर लीजिए. अगर ना भी रिप्लेस करो तो कोई नहीं फर्क पड़ता, आप डायरेक्टली पुट कर सकते हैं. पार्शल H ओवर पार्शल माइनस विद नेगेटिव साइन आ जाएगा. ठीक है, माइनस पार्शल H ओवर पार्शल QL minus partial H over partial minus UMT partial psi L. नहीं, this is M. This is psi M over partial. This m, this psi is not constant. These are the constant. These are the constant, or it is free. Mean they are scalar. These are Always remember these are the false indices. These are the not tensor indices. M are not the tensor indices. Remaining all are tensor indices. Okay. Remaining will be. You must note it. Okay. This is these indices. These are the indices. These are the. You must note it. Okay. These are the not true indices. Okay. These are not true indices. Not true tensor indices. You must note. This is so transform like scalar. This is free quantity. This is free. Okay. So these are the indices free. UMT and this. These are the that are not transforming like the. But position and momentum are the okay. So QL. Okay. So you will get this result. Okay. Very simple. I think there is no problem. Simple. Okay. If I multiply this, and this, okay, then what will be happen? Okay, so if we apply this, okay, so alpha dot will become, yes, partial alpha over partial, I need a more space, yes, alpha dot will become partial alpha over partial q k partial h over partial p k minus partial alpha over partial p l partial h over partial ql partial alpha over partial qk, okay, partial h over partial pk minus no partial alpha over partial pl partial h over partial q, ये वाली जी हाँ ये पार्शियल पी है अल्फा और पी एल है अच्छा पार्शियल नहीं लगा अच्छा सही है सही वो जाहिर ऊपर पार्शियल है तो नीचे भी होगा हाँ जी मैं कुछ और समझा था ठीक है तो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू दिस प्लस यूएमटी हम कॉमन ले लेते हैं ओके so partial alpha over partial qk No, sorry. Okay. Okay. And this will be, so this alpha dot will be equal to, this is alpha dot. Okay. So this alpha dot will become alpha dot is any physical observable, like a work, like a force, momentum, any physical quantities. Okay. So torque, whatever you are interested to find. Okay. Alpha, the partial derivative with the k, h partial derivative with respect to momentum, position, the alpha position, फिर momentum, then momentum position, position, momentum, then momentum position. So these are the, what are that quantities? Poisson bracket, yes. From you, Poisson bracket, you know that these are equal to the Poisson bracket. So equation of motion will become, these are contracting. There is some problem here. I think, yes. What is the problem? तो हमने रब भी कर दिया सब. अगर ये है तो ये मेरा ख्याल है L है. ये मैंने गलत नहीं. ऐसे होगा ना, ये कंट्रैक्ट, ये वो है तो वो, तो इसीलिए रिजल्ट सही है. ठीक है. नाउ इट्स ओके. ओके, ठीक है, ठीक है. सो this is the Poisson bracket, alpha and h, and this is the minus plus UMT Poisson bracket between alpha and the constant. Okay. हैं? वो तो कर लोगे ना, लेकिन एक्चुअली ये क्या है, अगर ये आपका मोमेंटम है तो ये उसके पोजीशन से कंट्रैक्ट कर रहा होगा. ठीक है. कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा पॉसिबल नहीं है. पी एल, ठहरो, अच्छा ये, हाँ ये एल है ना, ये देखिए ये डॉट है ना, ये ऐसी है, ये कंट्रावेनेंट है ना, ये कंट्रावेनेंट ही होना चाहिए. ये हमने चेंज नहीं किया ऊपर, ये एल का कंट्रावेनेंट है, ठीक है, उसको ये ठीक है, आपके पास ये आ जाएगा. सो दिस विल बी योर, दिस विल बी द इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन फॉर एनी डायनामिकल. दिस विल बी इक्वेशन ऑफ मोशन for any dynamical variable. Okay, variable alpha which is function of q. Okay, you will get this result. Okay. Okay. Do you know the Poisson brackets? Okay. So these are the result of the Poisson brackets. So okay, these are the equation of the motion of the. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. For example, if is any alpha is any dynamical variable, okay. For example, if alpha is element of psi n, because it is also alpha is also because alpha is also function of q and p, okay, and the constant is also function of if this is element of this constraint which I have defined, that it is if this is element of this constraint, okay, any element of this constraint q and p, okay, that will be, and this constraint is what is this constraint is weakly 0, okay. If this constraint is weakly 0, then what will be happen? And this is element, so this will be have the same property. So then this variable will also a weakly 0. Then this, if alpha is element, then this is also will be weakly 0. Weakly 0, you know the meaning of the 0. Or derivative with derivative of q is will be not 0, but derivative with respect to time, because time is not involved here, that will be equal to, that will be alpha dot, that will be 0. So your result will be, if alpha m, that is the element of alpha is a many element, okay, and that is the, for example, you say that this alpha n is the there are many alphas, okay, not one, there are many alphas, okay. Let's suppose these are n, that is the element of okay, alpha alpha n is the element, there are many alphas, okay. So we may replace what indices if you like, what I have used the nm I have used the m, and p, no. I have not used, okay. If alpha I, okay, so then this alpha I h plus um t alpha I psi m, that will be weakly 0. That will be weakly 0, not exactly 0. That will be a weakly 0. Okay. For today, I think it is enough. Okay. अगर टाइम खत्म हो गया, सच बोलना.